Good evening, this is Keanomy, your captain speaking, and I hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to Aviassembly. We are on our way to pick up some lumber, but I see right now that we don't have enough fuel to do that. So why don't we just add some fuel to this guy? We have a lot of money now. We have some research as well. Maybe we could even research some better fuel tanks. We could actually do another tire as well. That could be an option. We have 40 of these research points. So let's go another tire. Let's go a new fuel tank. And let's start out today. I always start out these episodes with new upgrades and new things to play around with. So let's make sure we do that today as well. So one more retractable tire, this time a dually. Should be pretty darn good, I hope. Just like that. All of these fuel guys should probably just be removed and replaced with newer ones. So fuel is actually quite interesting because you'd think that it doesn't make sense because it's like one weight, one fuel, and then 0.7 weight and 0.5 fuel, and then the price is the same. So the only thing you're actually gaining on is the weight. But since weight is so important in the game, it kind of makes sense still. So we're gonna place a few of those. We actually have a lot of money at the moment. We actually have quite a bit of money at the moment. So we have 4,000 worth in engines at the moment. And we're gonna need a bit more than that to be able to deliver these items that we have. Yeah, maybe 2 of these is enough. We could do 2 more. We have enough money. We have enough money. Let's do that. That looks pretty good. It looks like 1 big or 2 big ones. Front wheel is lower than the rear wheel. Really? I can raise you up a little bit. Is that good enough? Yes. But we are very rear heavy. Did I not check the center of gravity? I probably didn't check the center of gravity. Yeah, that's quite far forward. Let's try to do that maybe. So, a few new fuel tanks. Still squatting like crazy in the rear. But these tires should be able to hold way more weight. So, let's do that. And fuel is looking okay. Up with the tires. Now then, what do we need? These guys needs a lot of stuff. Lumber, steel, and copper. So we're going to get the lumber first. That's my plan. This guy also needs lumber, so we could actually... Well, let's start with that. Let's start with him. We'll start with fixing the mine. Got plenty of fuel to do this as well, so I'm gonna take a wide berth here. And we're gonna come in on a really good angle into this. Bit of a rough landing, but that's fine. Refuel, and what do we need? We need some lumber. 3 lumber, and what else was it? Wood logs. We can't actually pull all the wood logs with us. Okay. So we're gonna have to do 2 runs. Yes. That's fine. That's fine. At least have a really easy time to lift off nowadays. And that's just straight to here, huh? Okay. Not to complain about that. Something like that. Full speed. So that is way too much full speed. Thank you for the lumber. You're welcome. Can you give me fuel as well? It's good that they have a ramp so that you can ramp off of. There's 360 coins for the effort. Thank you. Thank you. And then you have a little bit more for me as well, right? Thank you for the delivery. 105 coins. 1 more wood log. And some lumber for the fishing village. Should be pretty good. Refuel, cargo. Don't need any of this. So let's just lift off and let's head over this way. And I think if we fly right at it now, we should more or less have the runway straight ahead. Yeah, look at this. We just need to make sure we don't hit those trees there. Kinda crazy how all of the runways has trees around them. Like, the hell. There, let's refuel, load cargo, wood logs. What else did we need? We needed lumber here, right? Yeah, 4 lumber. There is no way I'm taking 4 lumber with me as well. 3 lumber I can do. Let's do that. Refuel. I think we're literally sitting on our ass when we're here. That will go to here. Lower the power a little bit so we can keep some fuel. I love this. This game is so chill, man. I'm having so much fun with this. I know in an earlier episode I mentioned that it's always stressful as a YouTuber when you end up in these sort of scenarios where a specific game is doing much better than anything else on the channel. Because you're like, yeah, maybe I should just focus on that game. But at the end of the day, like, you need to do what you enjoy, man. So we'll be playing a little bit of everything right now. This game is fantastic. That is not good. I have failed this landing so many times. I have so much power that every time I put on a little bit of power, it just flies away. Here are 195 coins for the effort. Thank you. That almost gets us to the 3k that we need. For the extra engines. Thank you for the supplies. It's 15 scraps for the effort. I think we need to go back and put on those new engines. I can remove some of the fuel tanks and we would be able to still do fine with that. Let's... No, wait. I still have cargo, don't I? Yeah, okay. Let's go and get this delivered first then. Can I do this lift? Yeah, I can. Nice. Then let's go down to here. I think we come in from the top for that. A little bit low on fuel, but we're good, we're good, we're good. All right. All right. So I just need super small amount of throttle for this to actually like hover. That is a really smooth landing. Okay. Thank you for the delivery. 336 coins. Only need 1 more lumber. We'll get 1 more lumber, but before that we are going to put on some new engines, guys. It's about time. Let's go back to base. Let's get the big engines on here. We've been waiting long enough. We've been waiting long enough. It's time to go away from the small, teeny tiny engines. Time to put on something that's a little bit more respectful, okay? These usually sit like in front, right? So they sit like that. I think they usually don't sit on these sort of wings, maybe. I'm a bit worried that is going to not work. Let's get rid of these guys and let's get you on here and maybe do one more pair of tires. Just so we have enough. Missing a little bit of money for the extra tires. How much are those? They're 300. I mean, we will be more efficient now. So let's maybe do that. Let's maybe do that. Some extra tires there. We can just do one of these instead. Then we have at least some fuel. That's 4 fuel. That looks insane. I hope it will fly. Let's see how that looks. Front wheel lower than rear wheel. I think that is fine because it will sink so much in the rear anyway. Okay, no it won't. Maybe lift up the wings just a little bit like that. Where's center of gravity? Something like that, so we take even more weight on the rear tires. Almost. I want it to be squatting, but not super much. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yeah, now we have an airplane that actually looks like it doesn't have any wings, which is interesting, but seems pretty good. These new engines should be doing wonders. What are we going to do? Well, we're doing this guy, right? So we're gonna go and pick up 1 lumber, really. And then we need copper and steel from over here. So we might as well do those in one run, huh? I mean, it's way more fuel efficient for the amount of thrust we're getting out of it, which is nice. Seems like 1/3 power is enough to have like landing speed more or less. Jesus. Alright, that works. Give me 1 lumber. And then we need, what else? 2 copper and 2 steel. So that's up here. Which I think we can just fly and get in one go. Off fuel. Did I refuel? I think I did. So we should be fine. Yeah, these new engines, they do pretty well. It looks ridiculous on this airplane because we have 2 small wings for it. I think you're supposed to have like the big deltas for this to actually be reasonable. Can I make that? No fuel. We have a lot of air we can bleed off though. Not a lot of speed, however. That's fine. We'll skip off the mountain a little bit. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Refuel here. Give myself 2 copper, I think. That what you needed? Yep. And that's all we can do. The steel we're gonna have to pick up later. Let's do that. Floor it. Up in the air. Get rid of the wheels. And we're cruising. I like these that we need to jump in between the different islands as well. I was a bit afraid that they were just gonna kind of take the old region or the old biome and go, oh yeah, you're not relevant anymore. It's good to see that that's not actually the case. But they're still making use of those cargoes as well. I should probably go and land somewhere. Uh-oh. 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 I didn't count for fuel. Uh-oh. No! We need to go back for lumber as well. Damn! Let's take what we can from here. Copper. Can't do the steel, unfortunately, which is, I guess, fine, but sort of annoying. Yeah. We need 2 steel as well. Interesting. Can I do 1 steel and 1 copper? I can actually do 2 steel as well. Okay. So if I do... No, I can still do 2 steel and then the 2 copper next run. Let's do that. I guess we're gonna have to do some stops then. I think last time we stopped by over here, right? Let's just do that again. Let's try it again. Up with the tires. Try to get above the mountains. We don't have that small amount of fuel. I kind of just miscalculated the idea that I would be able to just fly there straight. I think we are pretty fine with fuel just going around this way. Should not be an issue. Yeah. Bit rough landing, but that's fine. These tires are helping at least. Up this way. Up in the air. And make it over the mountainside. Where the hell is the runway? Straight ahead, Captain! Straight ahead, Captain! I was about to scream land ahoy, but that's the wrong game. Ooh, rough landing, but we're good. Let's get some fuel in here. And we're flying to this place. So just up the mountain. Feel like I'm coming in on these like super smooth landings and then they're just fucking trash every time. 855 coins for that though. Hard to complain about that. Hard to complain about that. 923. Nice, nice. Then I can't do crabs. It's just too slow. So we're going back and picking up lumber then. See you in a little bit. And here we are. 1 lumber, I think, is what we needed. And then we're gonna go pick up that copper as well. Jet engines are really interesting because you can kind of do whatever you want with them. But then as soon as you end up with too little power, you're just having insanely much too little power. Maybe I will go in from here instead. Very nice. Sliding in on the runway. Like I own the place. Because I think I do. I'm the only one flying around here, so clearly I own every single runway, right? It has to be that way. Why would they build runways otherwise? Makes no sense. 2 of these. And we're doing our skip and jump. So start by going over here. Starting to learn how to use the yaw a little bit more. It is kind of useful actually. Ugh, that is not useful. I hate all of these trees. I feel like I have such a good glide slope and then every time I end up in that situation, I just die. Oh, we need to go back for the lumber again. Why? I can probably just bring the copper from here and then... Do it that way, right? I look completely incompetent. Yeah, let's do that. We'll take the copper from here. If I can even get to there with copper. We'll try. We'll try. Lift you up here. No tires needed. Maybe tires needed. No tires needed. And let's fly over to this place. I don't think flying higher saves fuel. To my understanding, but we can land here to get some fuel at least, because I don't think we will make it otherwise. Refuel. Let's go. For a while, when I was playing this game, I had this feeling that I wanted it to be a little bit more realistic, like force me to land on runways and stuff. Now I'm like, hey, it's actually quite nice to not have to land on runways over and over again. The fact that I can just kinda land at the airport, as to say, instead of just having to land exactly on the runway. It's quite neat. It kind of fits the game with the idea that you're not really like building anything in particular. This is so mean because you can't actually see the trees in front of this. There is no trees in front of this. Wasn't there trees here before? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. I'm probably crazy. Give me my lumber. And I think what we're doing, we're flying to over here. To land for fuel, and then we jump over there with the last of it. We have enough oomph to do a quick liftoff. Yes. Yes, we do. That is impressive. I do like my jets. I do like my jets. No fuel. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We're inside of the range. Are you kidding me? This game is trolling me at this point. I know it was a rough landing, but you didn't have to do me dirty like that, okay? It was fine. Give me my lumber and let me leave. Alright, are you ready for the smoothest landing you've ever seen? I am. Nope. That ain't it. Give me my copper and let's go. We should be able to do a quick hop and a skip and a jump here and be over on that side. In with the tires. It's good that you can remove the tires while you are on the ground. I don't know if that's intended, but it's kind of funny. Should we try to land on this maybe first? Make sure we have enough fuel. We messed this up enough times now that we don't really need to do it again. So let's just land. I think I found a good amount of power to land with now, at least. Still a fairly rough landing, but we're just really heavy as well. And the way the runways works just doesn't allow you to be super efficient with the landing. Bring out the tires. Touchdown. Yeah, I don't know who is able to actually land on the runways in this game. That seems insane. Thank you for the lumber. Here's 304 coins. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you for the copper. Here's 510 coins. We're getting paid, baby. We are getting paid. Thank you for the supplies. Here's 30 scraps for the effort. We have a lot of scrap now. Maybe we can build something special purposed for the delivery that we need to do here with the crabs for next round. We have how much left to do here? You're done. You're done. You still need the stone, so that's something that we're gonna have to do. That one, okay. So that's all that we have left to do. We have the crab and we have the stone. Interesting. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. So I hope that you have enjoyed. I do apologize for all of the explosions. It's been more and more common. But yeah, that is what it is. It's fine. I'll see you guys in the next episode when we continue. Probably finishing up the ice zone here. I know there is a desert over here. I don't know if there's anything after that. Don't let me know. No spoilers. No spoilers. Spoil nothing. Spoil nothing. Let me know in the comment though if we can do anything better with our airplanes. I feel like we've come to a fairly good spot at this point. This is working out fairly well for us. So yeah, appreciate you being here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.